Hey guys, welcome to another Copperthon video. This is an in-depth tour of 1996 Holden Commodore Ute S Series 2. In this video, I'll give you 400 car, show the exterior, the interior, a couple of interesting features of the car and so on. Let's get straight into it. So at the front, you got standard halogen headlights, as you can see here. Switch to a wider angle lens so you get a better look of the front end there. You can see it's finished in this really nice red, and you got this sort of red strip going towards the front bumper there, which is a nice little detail. Kind of like how the headlights actually like hiding underneath the bodywork, which I thought was pretty cool. So it's sort of recessed, I don't know if you can see, which I thought looks pretty cool what they've done there. So this one's a V8. In terms of power, I'm not really too sure. Specs and stuff like that. I'll just show you the wheels. Quite small wheels. These ones look like they got HSV wheels, which they've got from another model. So in terms of the tyre size, only a 16-inch tyre, which is actually quite small for today's standards. Sorry, excuse me. It's actually quite small for today's standards, which is quite interesting. I mean, look how thick the sidewalls are. I mean, now cars have really big wheels in this day and age. I mentioned the V8 Commodore, and you can see you got the same red stripe that goes on the side there. The paint's actually pretty good condition. It's actually quite, I think it's been polished, but you got this sort of red on the style here, which I thought, red on the side here, which actually looks pretty alright. So here, a little quick glimpse of the interior. You can see here you got these little tie-down points for this big, large ute. We call it ute in Australia, and you got these tie-down points, which I think has for a cover, which looks like it's missing. It's normally there. There. Look at the rear wheels and a bit of the side profile. Look over here, so single exhaust. You can see this one's fitted with a tow bar. You can see the weighting information there. Oh, that was a bit too zoomed in. About 3.5 ton, and you can see you got a Navarro plug here, which has a connector over there. You can see you got a full-size spare tire, and you can see you got a solid rear axle as well. Dimensions of Holden Series 2 S. So Holden Series. Orange indicators on the sides here, and I'm surprised the front didn't have it. And you can see you got these tie-down points as well too. I'll switch to a wide-angle lens. Now, in terms of opening the tailgate, there's a little handle here, and that comes down. This one doesn't have a top liner, so that's why it's kind of a little bit beaten up. But you can see this is all your stuff there. Pretty cool. And this kind of comes back up. It's got a bit of weight to it, not too heavy. And then you just kind of hold down the thing and go. And then that keeps it nice and locked. Got a little condensation inside the tail light there. I don't know how much was it going for. 29,000. 22. Wow. Okay, so that's how much it's going for. 22,000 for 229,000 kilometers. So here's the interior. The interior is actually in pretty good condition, surprisingly. Let's jump inside. Quite roomy inside here. Got two vents on the side here, and I don't know. And you got, I think, yeah. So here's the interior of this 96 Commodore. I think this is one of the last model years before they switched over to the VT. VT came out in 1997, so I thought it's actually quite interesting. So VT 97? I think 97 the VT came out. So this felt quite more like an early 90s style interior of car. And this one surprisingly has no airbags, which actually I was surprised about. So I don't know if it was mandatory earlier. So you can see up front you got a rev counter on the left here, speedometer, and your fuel and temperature gauge on the right here. This one has a leather wrapped steering wheel, which is nice. And you got the standard steering wheel. And here they have updated the Holden logo, which they had a different style logo before. Oh, your headlight controls like the European cars, they have it on the side here, which is what they've done here. And you got your wiper controls left, and your headlight indicators controls to the right, which feels alright. It's kind of a bit springy, and you can see that. I thought it was a little bit weird, but that's just how they feel. You can see the door cards are made from this semi-soft touch material. This sort of cloth over here, and this is kind of like a very thin felt they put here. Not much storage on the sides here, but at that time cars didn't really have much storage. And you got these really big bulging speakers on the side here. So you can see this one's got air conditioning over here. You just press that. You got air conditioning, a blank button here. This one has it, and then you can see you got a speed alert warning. You can set the speed and set that chimes when you're speeding and stuff like that. Or you can set. This has one of those old style radios. You can see here. I mean, which would go normally here, and they've upgraded it. And then they've got this sort of which is kind of interesting. What they've done is just to prevent confusion. They've actually got for your feet. Then they got one for the face to show your face. This is recirculation. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it's just interesting. So yeah, so you can see that the car's off, so I don't know where that air or sound was coming from. But anyway, you can see you've got all your feet, you got face, recirculation, and all that. And this is like, so yeah, look at this build up there. If you go a little bit up close, you can see this is your fan speeds. 1, 2, 3 high. See, it actually feels pretty good. And then you got hot and cold freestanding air conditioning. Got these blank buttons here which don't do anything. And I think that's just the anti-theft alarm that blinks. So this is I think just for style. Yeah, so these might be additional switches which are not available. Some storage here to put like a wallet, old mobile phone, a cigarette lighter which you don't see on cars anymore. Press that down and yeah, just yeah. Because once you press it, it ejects out and you can burn yourself. You can see you got a card or coin holder there. Your 4-speed automatic transmission here. And you got this eco and power button you can press and stuff like that. Pretty interesting handbrake they've got here, which they haven't engaged. Pretty hard handbrake. And it's a bit weird because I thought it would be here, but they've put it here. It's a bit of an odd place. And your switches here for your windows. So over here. This is kind of funny feeling as well. You can see you've got this really plush sort of storage here. And yeah, that's about it. Which is actually quite interesting. This one has a wheel here, which I think was part of the car when it was bought, which they've swapped it out or something. But yeah, so this is actually the seats you can see here. These cloth seats and very 90s looking. Early 90s, they had these kind of designs, funky designs they used to do back in those days. Press this here. Got this sort of looks like a coffee cup holder, which don't think will be very useful, but quite large storage. And because there's no airbag, you have more storage there, so you can actually put quite a fair bit. Dashboard is made from this very thin material, which is sort of soft touch on the outside skin, but overall it's pretty hard. But yeah, probably a wide transmission tunnel. No vanity mirror here, none on the other side, and oh, there's one on the other side which is interesting, and just a rear mirror which I can look here, and actually it's pretty good. You got really good visibility. Small little bit of a blind spot there, but that quarter window does do quite a lot of justice, so you can see pretty well out of this thing. And surprisingly, there's not really much of a blind spot. Front's pretty good. Just this corner's a bit weird, so it kind of makes it a bit weird to when you're sliding in traffic, but yeah, pretty interesting stuff. These doors are actually kind of pretty heavy. I've got some weight to it, so interesting. Pretty cool. Let's pull this and we can check out the bonnet. Let's try to find where the fuel tank is. I think somewhere here. There you go. So that's a fuel filler cap. 70 litres around there. Door. Pretty heavy V8, which is actually pretty. I don't think I would have seen one of these in a V8. That would be very hard to find. So wow, this actually has struts. I actually didn't think it would, unless these were installed aftermarketly. No, these actually look genuine. Huh. Cool. So there you go. 5-liter injection. You can look at that. Is this metal? Whoa, that's actual metal. cool. You'll never see that today. Normally those are made of plastic. So here's the engine there. Oil goes here. You can see. There's actually a lot of room here. You can actually do quite a fair bit. It shouldn't be too bad. All the access to injection, the ignition and stuff like that. The battery's a little bit buried here. You can see. Only 550cc. I thought it'd be higher than that. Got a washer fluid, brake fluid. Sorry, washer fluid here. What's that? This is a wiper fluid here. Then what's this? Oh, this is probably your car. What I'm saying. That's probably your coolant. You got brake fluid reservoir. You can see V8 as I mentioned earlier. Power steering over here, and this belt over here, which looks like it hasn't been changed at all because it's starting to show cracking and stuff like that. But that's pretty cool. But yeah, you actually got a decent room to actually work on, which I actually thought was pretty cool. I remember these when I was a kid, like everyone had Commodores. Now I don't see them on the road anymore. And transmission. That's pretty hard to get to the back there, isn't it? That looks a bit better with this wide angle. Still, oh, this actually runs on 134A. I thought this would have used maybe R12. Interesting. There you go. That's a walk around of this 96 Commodore V8 going for 29,999 with 229,000 kilometers on. Pretty interesting stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. This car is for sale at Milson Motors in Car City, so feel free to check it out. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next one. Thanks for watching.